Hello, everyone. Welcome to 12/12. This is December 12th. It is one of the most auspicious days of the entire year, and we are gathered here for a very precious and special 12/12 ceremony. So we're going to begin with a prayer, and if you'd like to, you can put your hands on your heart just to begin to breathe into your heart. Brings us into that cohesive state of alignment. As we breathe together, we are aligning to the light of the Christed consciousness, this transcendent reality that allows us to open and receive the divine feminine, this presence of unconditional love into our heart. Just breathe it in. And as we receive, we allow this energy to drop down through the base of our spine, dropping like a stone down into the earth that nourishes us and nurtures us. This is the heart of the mother. Just breathe it in and feel this grounded presence that surrounds us and expands beneath our feet. This allows us to bring into fruition our greatest dreams. We call on the light from the highest source there is. We ask this light to bring our master teachers, to bring the archangels, to bring the ones, the ancestors, the masters, the animals, those who guide and direct our soul's journey on the earth. We welcome them. We know that everything that we're doing today is in the highest good of all concerned. We give thanks that all that we need is here for us right now. And so it is. Deep breath. I'm so happy you're here. Kelly Beard is going to be giving us her master information about this time that we're in astrologically. Because it's huge. This is new. This is bigger than we've ever experienced energetically. This transcendent light experience that we're having today is going to echo throughout our life. And it's very, very special, and it's very beautiful. On the 12th day of the 12th month, usually we have this moment where we can sit in this presence of light. We can open to this portal that is sending us this light that changes everything. It's unconditional love. And in a moment, we are going to open to receive. And all that means is that you sit in your grounded space, you feel the sense of protection and connection within the core of your being, and you open your heart to receive. There's a place above your heart that we call the high heart. It is new. It's a new chakra that is being activated and has been since 2012. And it is a space that allows you to receive this light. Normally this light, this Christed light, which has nothing to do with Jesus particularly, the Christed consciousness is unconditional love. And of course, he demonstrated that, as many beings have. So we are embracing that light of unconditional love. So let's begin the opening of our high heart right now. Understand that this is your sacred temple space. This is a sanctuary where you can come back again and again and be embraced by this light. In this beautiful 12/12 portal today, the light has this rose tint to it. It's a rose gold of finest, highest quality. And it brings to us this new divine feminine consciousness that is awakening on the planet, that is blessing every person on the earth and all beings who live here. We're bringing this beautiful Christed light through this rose gold that is a lovely, empowered presence. We are opening to a beautiful reality of the Divine Feminine, expanding this high heart space to receive. This rose gold light of the feminine consciousness brings to you this unconditional, loving ability to transcend your reality and open up to the new frequencies of light that are being activated today. You will be able to use this light. You will be able to work with this light. You will be able to bask in this light of the feminine consciousness. In your sacred temple, the light awaits you. You can come into the space at any time that you need a sanctuary. This feminine presence is like the Divine Mother that is loving you throughout all time, throughout all spaces. No matter who you are, no matter where you've been or what you have done, this Divine Feminine presence adores you, embraces you, enfolds you in her love. This love is permeating the consciousness of all the world right now. People are waking up into a new reality that supports them in a way that they've never experienced before. Allow this rose gold light to pour through you like a river of all creation, moving from way above your head all the way down through the core of your being, and let it anchor onto the earth now. In the power of this presence, you are grounding these new light frequencies for Earth herself. As we do this together, this light permeates out into the quantum field, allowing anyone who wants to experience more unconditional love to open into that frequency. It's present, it's available, it's who we are becoming. It's our most divine self working in and through our human form. It's free, it's expansive, it's open. Just breathe it in now. Be willing to receive. That's all you have to do. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to do anything. This beautiful love of the Divine Feminine is available always in your sanctuary. When you need love, you can go right back into your high heart, and it's there. When there's no resistance, you can open up to this grace-filled presence, and it brings this spark of divinity into every cell of your being. It allows you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are in alignment with source energy, that you are never alone, that you are being held in this light-filled presence that sparks the energy of love in every cell and fiber of your being. Allow that to be. In this 12 minutes, this 12-12 energy has been activated within you. It's bringing forth a new level of love that you've never experienced before, and it's sparking new ideas, new illuminated consciousness that allows you to transcend what appears around you and be in a more expansive space that allows you to live with greater love. And this is the manifesting agent of the Divine Feminine. As you expand into this new light, new ideas, new opportunities, new consciousness, new depth of awareness, new beauty. Just behold the beauty of your imagination and how you can expand into these realms of light and know that there is a guiding presence taking care of you and showing you the way. You are nurtured and nourished by this feminine presence. It's something that we all really require in order to take this journey on the earth with all its challenges, with all its changing aspects. And when you hold this beautiful light of the rose gold in your high heart, you become a catalyst for change. You become a catalyst for the transcendent reality that most people are calling in to their lives now. It's a healing presence, and you carry this within your being when you're in this level of alignment and attuning to the presence within you. This catalyzing agent is strong and sweet at the same time. And when you are able to uplift that space within your breath that connects you deeply to the one presence that is deep within you, when you are feeling that sense of love, it's activating this ability to sense it on the back of your tongue. It's like the sweetness of God's love. This little bit of sweet taste in the back of your tongue is a beautiful attribute that allows you to know that you are being cared for, that you are being nourished and nurtured and blessed in this moment always. So when you are being able to occupy this sacred temple within your high heart, this activation of a transcendent reality allows you to rewire your life, to expand new fields from the core of you. And so when you feel that, it strengthens you. It's more empowering and grounded and strong, but beautiful, with this sweetness of God's love working in and through your life in every way. So these beautiful, loving frequencies that are coming into your high heart are allowing an impulse that moves out into the world like light. It is light. And light carries a deep presence of infinite intelligence and this divine love that we're talking about. Light may be one of those underrated attributes because it holds such a high frequency and is so empowered and so full of these qualities that are beautiful and illuminating to your consciousness. It allows you to stay in a sense of divine neutrality within your own field, within your sacred space. That is the new reality that allows you to be in the world but not of the world, to be able to see what's going on in the world and bless it, to be a blessing energy and stay in that equanimity as you send those blessings out to whatever it is that is up for you. Whatever you see means that your soul has brought you into this space and time for this reason, because you're meant to bless the world, to bless others in whatever experience they're having. And there's no reason for you to come into a sense of you don't have to match the chaotic energy or the disturbing energy that you notice. You just stay there in your high heart in the sacred, loving temple, in the presence of beauty and life and expanded awareness, knowing that you are here doing what you came to do. And this is your purpose. You are here to hold these high frequencies of light to allow the divine feminine, Christed consciousness to work in and through your body and your physical reality. In everything that you do right now, you are serving the earth in a greater way. You have become the presence that you came to be, this illuminated being of light, embodying your most divine self in a way that only the enlightened masters, even just 50 years ago, there was only a few of these masters that were on the earth. And now everyone has access to these higher frequencies of light energy and can bring this illuminated consciousness through them into the world and embrace your own divinity so that you become this illuminated soul aligned from heaven to earth within your being. That's what you came for. That's who you are. And it is a total blessing. Know that you came to the earth for this particular time. And your whole energy frequencies are built to take in more and more light, hold the light frequencies, and ground them. That's what you came for. There's many other beautiful things that you came to do in sharing your soul's gift. But at the deepest level, that's what you came for. And that's who you are. And I am so grateful. I honor you and I thank you. And I ask you just to breathe it in now and know that you are not alone in this, that there's millions of people living in the light frequencies right now, anchoring those light frequencies and opening to this new reality that is the prophesied Aquarian age, where people honor each other, take care of each other, and work on a transcendent level to bring more harmony and peace into the world. Just breathe that in. And here we are in this new time with new access to a greater reality than we've ever known. It all changes now. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And I'm going to invite Kelly to come in now and give us some information that we can join with those transmissions from the higher light realm. And
I'm here, darling.
Oh, I love it.
But before you go, I need you to put a little Uriel on the table for me, because I want to talk about it, but I'd love you to set the table. Please let them know why he's relevant, why he's useful. But I was curious about Uriel's connection to Gabriel, because I work a lot with the creative chakra, the sacral chakra, and my third eye.
Right.
And maybe you could put a little something out there on that to help us. What I would love for everyone to receive from this is kind of an opening introduction to the angels and kind of opening yourself up to receive more of what we're going to be laying out today.
Okay, sure. Well, talking about the Archangels is pretty much one of my favorite things to do. So Archangels are available now in a way they've never been before. Before 2012, before the evolution of consciousness since the harmonic convergence in 1987, these higher realms of light were not so available. And so the Archangels were specified to come into the earth to work with humans to seed a new light-filled reality. And so the moment of the time that I started working with Archangel Gabriel in 1990, he talked about light all the time. The light and calling in the light and sending the light out. Like I said, he was very specific that the light carries this consciousness of divine intelligence and love, so that when you send light into a situation or into a person's life or your own life, you are able to, something tangible actually happen. There is a change in their consciousness. So Archangel Gabriel is, as you know, has been throughout history there at pivotal moments. He came to Muhammad and spoke what came a whole new religion. He went to Mary, and as we know, there was a whole story on that too. He was the one who helped part the waters for the Jews to escape. So this is a being of light who changes realities at pivotal moments in history, and that's where we are. And one of his favorite expressions was always, creative solutions abound. So he wanted us to realize that when you bring light into a situation, it becomes creative. It's like you have black and white and those polarities. You have the masculine and the feminine, but then you bring them together and there's a third magical awakening that comes out of the tension between those power points. And so that is what he is bringing and offering to the world. I know that many people see Archangel Gabriel as a feminine being, and that's great. It's just that wasn't the way that he appeared to me. So in my realm, there's more of a masculine energy. So it's that strong activating force that allows our creative activities to work. And so the third eye and the sacral chakra are a part of that. The Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, is this brilliant orange golden light that sparkles and changes and moves and expands. And when it sparks the reality of the third eye, it's transcendent. It's illumination. I like to say the three eyes in the third eye. The Ajna chakra is watched over by Archangel Uriel, the Archangel of Light. And he supports us in activating this transcendent reality because he helps us to expand our consciousness. If we can expand into seeing this greater awareness, this more expansive way of perceiving it, life wouldn't be so upsetting. We would just kind of lift our consciousness and expand into this illumined space that helps us transcend the third dimensional boxes, those ways that we have felt trapped and imprisoned by realities that no longer work for us. So that's how we're expanding beyond into these higher dimensional states that allow us to see with greater awareness, with this expanded sense that all is well, that we know that God's light is working in and through this reality in a way that makes everything more magical, more beautiful. It brings in the synchronicities and new openings and opportunities to really seed our consciousness, seed the vision of the world's transcendent reality. So we are here today to seed these visions, to seed our own personal visions that allow these greater realities to anchor onto the planet. It's an amazing time, and Archangel Uriel holds the blueprint for your soul's highest reality. So this is a being of light that can really support the illuminated presence working in your life. How's that, Kelly?
Ooh-wee. I love you. You said everything I wanted you to say.
Oh,
good. A second, because I was just about to say, what about the blueprint? Let's talk about the blueprint. These people need to know how he can help them or she can help them. Thank you, love. I love you. I don't have to say what I was going to say now. I can just get right to the numerology and astrology, and we can keep it. But I would like you to actually, real quick, the connection to Gabriel, because I feel like that's important for us, too, because a lot of people can open up to the new beginning, and they can imagine and they can vision.
Right.
But we want to connect to the creative part below the heart, in the world, bringing it in. So just their connection and how we can work that, too.
So Archangel Gabriel kind of holds this grounded presence that lets these more exalted frequencies ground and anchor. And this presence that Archangel Gabriel brings is like the river of all creation. So it's a constant flow that is there for us to step right into. So when we bring this transcendent reality from Archangel Uriel down into this river of all creation, and so we have then an ability to ground, because from that river, that flowing river, we allow that to seep into the earth so that it brings this creative force right down through the base. And the base is allowing us to be living in greater well-being. And that's part of what Gabriel wants to make from these transcendent realities that are coming through new vision. Then we bring them down and let them go into this river of all creation that seeps into the earth and seeds the new reality, that anchors the new visions and empowers the structure that can be flexible as well as empowering for us to live in now.
Thank you, God. And so it is.
Okay. I think that might have been our meditation.
I know. Then I was thinking about that, too. So I'm going to go into it. But you call them in for our meditation. Anyway, we need to wire that into the body, because that's what Shanta's really good at, y'all, is taking all these concepts and then helping us wire them in through the light that we flood our bodies with now today. And I just want to say this is as close to a Christmas party as we're all going to get. So we might as well have fun. This is feeling very celebratory. And thank you, Shanta. Are you complete with your offering there for this second? Okay, good. She's already muted. So, yes, I wanted to put on the table that little bit as well, because that's how we can take all the rest of this wisdom and apply it along the way. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but over the next year. This is big. It's bigger than just today. It's bigger than just this solstice. But this is so great that so many of you are awake to the possibilities and connecting to your own power to co-create this new vision that we're calling in for the social collective, because that essentially is what the planets have done to us in 2020. Whether we had to deal with COVID or not, this year was going to be a rocking year, because we literally initiated a new reality, completely, utterly transformed from anything we've ever known before in January. And now, because we did that and we worked through that all year long, we end the year by stepping into a new truth and story for ourselves as individuals, but also the social collective takes on a whole new consciousness and has a whole new level of awareness. And we have access. We have access to spirit and infinite, like she said, the creative flow we just need to step into. That was so good. It's about keeping ourselves together in the process. So that's part of my life's work, right, the astrology. But these bigger alignments haven't happened in hundreds of years, okay? By the same token, that's smaller than the 26,000 year Earth cycle. So we actually have a little history to go on. We know that the books were written by the people who wanted us to have whatever messages, but we know Earth's history and what works naturally. What we're calling in now is so much more communal and so much more about humanity being able to be sovereign and independent, and also in all that together, the stewards of the earth. We're supposed to be nurturing and taking care of these resources that we cannot survive without. So air and water are very, very critical. So we want to call that into our visual as well for the new order. And I want to give people hope because I was asking the question right when various people started writing articles and talking about it, about the Renaissance, because we're shifting out of a minimum of 200 years of being focused on the material, physical, what we could dig out of the earth. And now we're shifting to air, where the values of the social collective are of the element of air, which means ideas, concepts, beauty, essence, music, what it makes us feel transcends language. There are no words, but language is going to be improved. We can call that in for ourselves. There's so much that we can define our terms with. Now, when I started thinking about 1212 for us today, I was telling Shanta, I'm like, we do this every year, but this year is very special because of those alignments that haven't happened in hundreds of years. That's part of it. But throughout 2020, I've been talking to people about, we've had 3 opportunities for miracles. So basically it's been a year of miracles just as much as it's been a year of tragedy. And we've had 3 chances to seed the new story and release the old story. We've been being prepared. Whether we were conscious of it or not, you've been being prepared. Assure yourself that you're being made ready for what's coming, and you are built for it. You are channels of light. That's what it all is. We're just learning how it works, and we're learning how to channel and handle more light in our physical system. Just like Earth's vibratory frequency is increasing, that means our physical body's vibratory frequency has to increase as well, which for Earthlings means we got to lighten up a little bit, and we have to expand where we've been very contracted. We want to open that up and visualize what is possible, because we know that it's possible. And Uriel and Gabriel are going to help us really lock it in. For the week between, well, not week, but like 10 days we have between now and winter solstice, I know it's Western holidays and they're kind of weird this year, but if you have time and space to give yourself that gift of some intentional solitude or even some communal time with your sacred friends that you can talk to about this kind of thing and work mojo together. We like to do that too. We'll light fires and do things and work our magic in our independent areas, but at the same time, or like we're doing in gathering today. But each day we start with Venus. Venus in the early part of this week is going to anchor something with Jupiter and Saturn before they move on into Aquarius. So they've been in a process for 1 to 3 years of showing us where we're strong and where we're weak and asking us to make adjustments accordingly. And when it shifts into Aquarius, it's going to be about bringing your unique contribution out and figuring out what's blocking you from being your authentic self in every moment. And so this, like I said, each day is kind of a building block to winter solstice when we initiate the new. But I would venture to say spring equinox is pretty much where our new beginning is this year. January is still going to be a very conceptual, behind-the-scenes kind of energy. But between now and then, we rearrange our priorities and values. We think about that this week. Chiron goes direct. So whatever healing process or educational process or transformational process that you've been in for 2020, you'll be able to start to move forward from and see the results of your labor, I believe. This is an ongoing process for 9 years, which is for all of us, while it's in Aries, helping us heal our connection to ourselves, helping us heal that connection to our sovereignty and independence, and defining our terms, what freedom really means, to be free in your mind, to be free in your heart, to be free in your body, to be free in your soul. What does that mean to you? We're redefining our terms, and we're shifting our educational focus from Capricorn obligations and responsibilities and structures that have all had to be redone now and reorganized. We're going to move into Aquarius, where we tap into our unique genius and we do things in radically new and different ways, and we get okay with being different and unique, because that's what Earth thrives on, diversity. So we're bringing out the diversity in ourselves and our communities and the world, because the world needs it. We need every piece to function in a healthy, balanced way. We move from the healing straight into the new social order that is leading to our December 21st, because I think it's the 17th and 19th, respectively. Saturn and Jupiter will move into their new zones of teaching. They're both teachers. Saturn kind of teaches the hard lessons and gets real. We get literal with Saturn, and we want to consolidate and get organized. Jupiter wants to expand, make it bigger, and figure out where we can grow with it and do it in a new and higher, better way. So we have access to all this energy to go into our vision for ourselves, and it starts with you. This soul work, this presence that you bring, that's rippling out all over the world. The next day, which I think might be the 19th, Juno, the divine feminine and what we're deeply wedded to, and the asteroid that represents our commitments, is moving into Sag, which means truth. And again, with diversity, all cultures, all belief systems have merit, but it also comes back to you, your imagination, and what you believe to be true or possible for yourself. So in our meditation today, too, we're going to seed that possibility for expanding that and imagining, even though we can't see it now, it seems really hard to picture a harmonious Renaissance kind of world, but we're walking into it right now. And you got to know that when they were walking into it the last time, they didn't know either. So let's connect to ourselves and our creative ideas and creative solutions and bring them to the fore and know that we'll step into solstice, and Shanta and I will do a ceremony for that as well. We're going to have some more energy between solstice and the end of the year, but we basically end the year on a Cancer full moon, which brings it back to kinship and fellowship and togetherness and community and what we're doing today. So I know that we probably are going to go a few minutes over. The last thing I want to put on the table, I can actually attach as a PDF, but I'll run through. These are the sacred numbers that have to do with 1, 2, and 3 that I love to work with as well in this zone. We've worked it every year. Again, like I said, every year 1212 is a beautiful thing, and different years have had different tones to them. But this year is really precious, and so I wanted you all to have this available to add to your intentions, because numbers are a universal language. I pray to God Nan is listening, and I'm doing her justice. Nancy Hartline is our resident numerologist around here. And 1, of course, initiates, gets things started. 2 gives us that response, the back and forth and a connection to something else. But 3 is that alchemical mix, that third component that isn't possible without the 1 and the 2. And I don't know about you, but I work with the 3 and the Trinity all the time. I always ask my guides for 3 confirmations to be sure. It's just a powerful thing to pay attention to these numbers. So when you see 1212, again, you can call your soul back to this moment of when you claimed a new creativity and confidence, which is the number 1. New cooperation and balance is number 2, which brings about the third possibility of expression and sensitivity. So we are cultivating bridges of empathy with others, not shackles of sympathy. Empathy, we get it. We're all feeling the change, but we want to cultivate bridges so that we can come back to our base and replenish. Respect your mind, but trust your feelings. Focus on one task at a time. Notice the creativity that you generate with others, which is what we do together in this circle. And my favorite part leading us to the meditation, just to throw it out here, is the mystery. I have the spiritual laws and the mysteries, and these are so powerful. And I'm just going to do this as my prayer, Shanta, and then if you want to open up for prayers after this, because we all have all 12 signs in us somewhere, which means they express in different ways for different people. But my prayer is that we bring it all together in this beautiful weave of fabric so strong that we can restore and replenish ourselves. Mother, all of it is being rebirthed at this time. All of it is okay and perfect as it is, and we are stepping into it. So the master number is always the 13th, right? We have 12 as a magical number when we put the 1 and 2 together, and we have the 12 signs, right? So this is my prayer, that we call and combine the positive quality of each of the 12 and conquer the negative traits of each. The master combines the courage and innocence of Aries with the patience and stability of Taurus, the versatility and mental alertness of Gemini, the sensitivity and protectiveness of Cancer, the nobility, generosity, and love of Leo, the exquisite honesty and idealism of Sagittarius, where we are right now, the endurance and wisdom of Capricorn, the prophetic vision and tolerance of Aquarius, and the compassion and enlightenment of Pisces. The master has learned to cast away the rash, impulsive behavior of Aries, the stubbornness of Taurus, which is only Taurus's patience turned inside out, the irresponsibility of Gemini, the fears and possessiveness of Cancer, the arrogance of Leo, the critical hair-splitting of Virgo, the indecision of Libra, the revenge and retaliation of Scorpio, the blunt speech of Sag, the coldness and ambition of Capricorn, the unpredictable behavior of Aquarius, and the evasiveness, timidity, and deception of Pisces. This is why 13 is not really unlucky. It is a master number, and it is the number of the goddess and the feminine. And I am closing with the fact that also between now and our solstice is a Sagittarius new moon solar eclipse where we anchor a new 20-year cycle of truth, diversity, and oneness. And we get to call that in through ourselves and initiate a complete new story for us as individuals, a new story for the social, and a new story for the collective. And we rise together. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone.
That was beautiful, Kelly. Well, I think that what I'm going to do because of our time is just combine the meditation to anchor all those words of wisdom that you just gave us and the energetics of that, and with the prayers. And that way we can just embrace the expansive awareness and the empowered structure that we're being presented with. So I'm going to ask you all to take a deep breath right now and bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Feel the connection beneath your feet. Feel that expanded presence of groundedness, of grounded energy, of a root system that is so anchored and so connected and so empowered that you don't lose your center, that you're able to hold this alignment from heaven to earth within your being. We breathe that in. We know that this is the space where we anchor our visions. We allow our envisioning apparatus, that part of the sight that is beyond our physical realm, that beautiful place of insight, to be illuminated now and bring our vision into awareness. What are your dreams? Is there something that you started years ago or you felt was appropriate and you really wanted to do, but the time just wasn't right? Perhaps it is now. Perhaps you have gained all the experience and the relevance that you required in order to bring that into fruition. What is your expanded vision for humanity? What would you imagine in your greatest awareness? Because our imagination is actually a gift. It's a huge ability to expand beyond what we know and see into the realms of creativity, and where we have an opportunity to manifest our dreams now. So we open into that vision. We allow our dreams to come into awareness and seed this sacred field. This field that opens into pure potential. This field of sacred energy and light that sparks new empowerment into our dreams. And we open to receive new awareness from the divine feminine, where our hearts are softened and this rose gold light shimmers all the way through our bodies. This presence, this shimmering presence of light expands all around us so that our field is now brilliant. We are able to open and receive wisdom from the higher resources. We allow that sacred place in our crown to open and receive our soul's gifts, to receive more light, bring more wisdom, and open into the higher awareness gracefully and easily, and bring it back right into our physical reality. Through this, we initiate a new reality for all life on earth. That is what we're doing right now. And you know that a time of initiation is always challenging. But since we have prepared for this for eons, we have within us all that we need in order to meet these challenges. To step forward with new strength, with new fortitude, with a total awareness that we are being protected and guided in this moment and always. We're not alone in this. Take a deep breath. And bring yourself back down into this base reality. Here you are in this grounded presence. It's a part of you. And it's expanding right now. You're bringing well-being into your body. You're allowing this creative flow, the river of all creation, to support you and bring your gifts into the world. Recognizing that at this level of creativity, we are birthing something that has never been experienced before. And this creative support is available to help us do that. It's what flows naturally. What would be the most graceful and easy thing to do in this moment? Thinking about harmony, thinking about balance. What is it around you that inspires a sense of balance and harmony? That unity with nature and the natural forces supporting us in life. We breathe it in. And we're allowing this strength right in the center of our being. Archangel Michael protects us. He is the guiding force for this new time for humanity. He was designated by God to support us through this process. So any time that we are recognizing that we feel fear, the warm golden light of the sun is how Archangel Michael supports us, brings protection right into that very soft and vulnerable center of the being. Just breathe in this golden light. Feel the empowerment there and the strength, the new courage. Everyone recognizes that when you do something new, there's some fear involved. However, there's more courage and more support than there is fearful circumstance. When things are new and they're changing, your body's unsettled. But your mind, your heart, and your spiritual resources are much stronger than that. And that's where we need to stay and recognize it. As this strength and courage flows into our heart chakra, we expand the space of the heart all around us. We're bringing this emerald green light and the powers of Archangel Raphael to bring healing and love into our lives right now. And we radiate that heart's love out into the world. May everyone, everywhere, feel the strength and the courage that they need to expand their heart, to share love, unconditional love with others, and to receive the love for ourselves. So we fill up our own cup every day. First thing, we fill up our own heart space with divine love. We create intentions to stay in this space and receive guidance throughout the day. So that as we fill up our own love space, it fills up and overflows out into the world to all the people that are starving and needing this love. It brings hope into mass consciousness. And hope becomes the platform of the heart, the pure awareness of love and hope for all humanity, for the earth, that it may thrive, that all the waters of the world may flow, and that everyone has the water, the food, the clear air that they need to live in harmony with the earth. And we bless all the beings of the earth, all the trees. God bless the trees. God bless the new life that's coming after devastation. And we bless all the animals. We bless all those that fly and slither and swim and walk on 4 legs, 2 legs. However they navigate the world, may all beings be blessed. And may the world be blessed by this diverse presence. And we open to receive the Divine Feminine into our high heart in this beautiful rose gold light. And feel how that expands your heart and softens your ability to receive. We move into the throat, recognizing that Archangel Zadkiel is helping us to have more compassion for ourselves and for all humanity as we express our creativity in a whole new way. Blessed by Archangel Uriel, expanded that presence that sees in greater ways, staying in the big picture and knowing that all is well, that what comes before this beautiful stability that is in harmony with peace on earth and well-being, that new vision for life blesses us and supports us as we take this journey and face this new initiation that we have been working with now for years. But now it is coming into this peak fruition time so that it's birthing a whole new reality that allows people to thrive and allows the earth to thrive, expanding through the crown opening to receive wisdom, Archangel Metatron, blessing us with these new structures that allow us to live in the light and bring our soul's gifts through us now, from the soul star all the way down through the core of our being to the earth star. Knowing that Archangel Sandalphon is the soul of the earth, holding us all in this divine, grounded presence. So we anchor the light. Connected through our beings now, we are aligned. We are standing in this beautiful river of all creation, allowing this flow to be revealed to us. And we all are receptive to this. It's a new time that allows our unique genius to come through and create a new structure for our life. We come together in this beautiful tapestry. Each of us connected in the heart, connected in the light, and weaving together the beauty of the diverse aspects of each person, knowing that every aspect is necessary for a new life to thrive on the planet in beautiful ways. Take a nice deep breath now. Let yourself feel this alignment from heaven to earth through you, and let it anchor into the grounded presence of new life for the world. Know you are blessed. Know you are loved. And allow yourself to receive that love. It's here for you now and always in that sacred, simple space of your heart. God bless you, and thank you so much. Namaste.